Okay, looks like everything is working properly. We are gonna watch this afterwards. Yes, pre-trial prep. Who's ready to assist me as I do not know what the fuck I am doing? Let's see. Dexterous. Yeah. Excellent blade. Moonsault. Okay. That's about everything. Alright, let's review these truth bullets, because I truthfully don't remember what happened last week. Alright. Mekamaru. He had wires. Tied in a loop. Button is pressed. Of course Snapchat is down again. Snapchat's like down. Snapchat's been breaking so much lately. Let's see. Oil. Pillar. Enormous hammer. Chain. Yeah, that sounds about right. Last week, Snap broke during this stream as well, actually. Kane heard a rumbling at 5:30. Small pieces of stone under Nekamaru's body. Fugihiko was awake at 5. 5:30, the alarm went off. Elevator was but broken on the strawberry side. I didn't like things being borked. I think Snapchat just updated. It looks weird. To be honest. Okay. Nagito can move between the two. The compass turns 180 degrees, which implies that everything rotates in the thing. I use this alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. Implies that he died at 7:30. Yeah, doorknob. Yes, cool. Okay, I remember everything. Alright. Let's get started.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go!
You guys are starving!
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
A very impressive amount.
Why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Soda.
I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Flexible legs.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall,
Ooh, question
we found
mark?
out the
Yeah,
elevator was
basically.
out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Dude.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Good old
You're the
Akane.
cruelest one here.
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Well, that's a little bit of a underhanded shot. Well, let's get something that she'll understand.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Oh my god.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing that looked like it was the hammer. Technically.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be that easy.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Nope, I didn't think so. Alright.
Damn it!
I don't
Guess we
agree
should
with
figure
that.
out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is
I see.
possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I guess we should figure
I
out
see
the
it.
The weapon was right
Alright.
there.
That pillar.
No, the hammer. The killer used and beat the crap out of.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I guess we should figure.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong.
My initial guess was actually right. Fuck.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Oh.
I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Ah, good save there, Soda.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
I see.
The broken pillar. Very dumb.
With oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
No, I know.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
It's barely budging.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
He could have picked it up and somebody switched him off.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yeah, you could knock it over.
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
That's a shitty catchphrase. Sonia, here I go. We'll stick with that for now.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Then you're the
Considering
killer.
the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Alright, what's my hint? Is that really it?
There's no need to...
Oh, gee.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
I love how it says don't
What about tipping
interfere,
the pillar
human.
over?
No, that's wrong!
Oh, hi, Carnalicus. You haven't shown up in a very
Nekomaru
long
was
time.
crushed by the pillar. Then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed it, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
What do you mean, Carnalicus?
Why are you so certain about that?
I have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Oh, it seems like he's in a better mood now. Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
Well, it's not really hidden. You're forced to find everything, so...
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
He's not crazy, he's just pissing.
What did you say?
I mean, yeah, they're all ultimates from the school, but at the same time, unless they're in their element, they're going to struggle. That's true for everybody.
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
Thanks,
Specific
Carnalicus.
item?
The wire.
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Very spooky.
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Good job, Gundam.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
Leg gasp.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 Dark Devas of Destruction.
I see.
Now he's an embarrassed Gundam.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
And then he's jealous.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Good old Sonia.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
Right?
But in actuality, they are
It's
both
called
the
Misdirection,
same
and
building,
it
both
is
houses are
very
linked
fun
a
to
central
play with.
tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Sweet.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show.
No.
I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
No. She's white. The dresses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that.
Are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Alright.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled
Oops.
this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
It's not Fuyuhiko's. So simple.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of...
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
I don't
We've
like her
already settled
arguments
this
at all.
problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
I think it might be the first comment I need to destroy.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Okay, I was
No,
right.
that's wrong.
Nice. I'm actually trying to think this through instead of just blindly guessing like I usually do.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Shut up, Soda.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Ugh.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, But we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
They would have needed to move the pillar, the oil.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
Her face.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Huh. Okay, Sonia. Fire, oil, 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 oil. I'm gonna go with the oil.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled.
Ah!
And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Barely got that one.
The pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
I want Monokuma to be like,
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Allow me to cut through those words.
The power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
She's sweating.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too.
Oh shit! This is actually the phone call I've been waiting for, so we're pausing this, and I will be right back. Fucking finally. That took way too long to get all that information just coming to me. But I'm happy. And now we're back to this. Alright. With the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too.
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Oh, poor Sonia.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
What if they're technically... I don't know.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Wouldn't a better experiment have been for someone to wait there? Well, have half the people wait inside the tower, have half the people go to the other side, and then just fucking pound on the wall to see if you can hear it? Bada bing, bada boom, easy solution. I swear to God, that's still a Jack Frost hoodie.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Why is Monomi freaking out?
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
I mean, not always. Yeah, it's her state 90% of the time, but it's not her constant state.
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action. Could he be talking about Monokuma Tai Chi?
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
I saw a window.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
I don't like that word, because I want to say conspicuous, not conspicuous.
From that
That's
window,
so persnickety.
I saw some very strange scenery.
It was Ogre. Ogre's actually lifting and moving the floors by herself.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Yup. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
Please tell me it's Piggy Boy's camera. As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
And let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Monokuma's having a fucking blast. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Spot selection. Ooh. It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree? Fuck. I was referring to this.
Here!
Oh.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained within it. What doesn't make sense about it? The trees?
Here!
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange.
I mean, unless you're on a
This
cliff.
photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Yes.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
I feel like everyone just wants to strangle Nagito right now.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
God, he's such an asshole. Of course you do. The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Well, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. Shut up, how did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Great House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Is that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? Mr. Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we gonna be surfing, y'all. I don't remember how to play. Speed up, jump. Cool. That's all I need. Wait, how do I stop? Oh god, I slowed down too much. Controls. Accelerate, control, brake, right mouse. Got it. I'm an idiot, but, you know, whatever. It's all good. Apparently people love idiot streamers. Oh. Good, yeah. Too fast. Too fast, too furious. Oh. They don't exist. This is an existential crisis. Ah, shite. Oh. I don't like braking, though. It goes against everything in my nature. Nobody likes to go slow. Same building. Just do. But I don't want to do. Do. Oh, hey, Tay, do you think NSP will actually release a acoustic version of, fuck. Shit, what's the name of that fucking song? I am literally drawing a blank. Fucking hell. Yeah, probably, but... it'd be cool. Yes, Dinosaur Laser Fight. That's what I wanted to say, and then at the same time I'm just like, I fucking hate this right now. There we go. Avoid the fucking speed boost. Jesus. Yeet harder. Yes, I will yeet the hardest. A dinosaur. It's all blue this time.
It's all coming together. Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Ooh, that's not a good look for you, Gundam.
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one
It's a goddamn dinosaur laser fight.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
I see!
I see.
on top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the
Oh,
two houses
snap.
were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
That's called interior design.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the 2 houses were 2 separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
You've been Kuma'd.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those 2 houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
Which means the floor rose.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
He sounds like he's crying. I'll stand up till she notices me.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
I think we know who the dummy is.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Oh, he's crying. Something like that even possible.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the
So
towers
the options are dummy and mechanical
was
body.
actually a dummy!
You...
Oops. That wouldn't matter. Maybe is it the chain? No, chain wouldn't matter.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
I don't
You're magnificent, Gundam!
actually see what I could use
No
for
fair!
this.
You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
None of the options I have I like. We're disagreeing
I'm
with
gonna solve
them.
this mystery in a flash!
Strange feeling in the tower, but that's just the positioning. I don't... I'm trying to prove Soda and Gundam wrong. One of the two. Either the dummy or the mechanical body. I have to do something. Sure.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
But none of my options sound like the right thing. And copying either of those doesn't seem to wouldn't really, prevent or contradict it. So I can't memorize. But I don't have an option like that. I only have 2 points, dummy and mechanical body. Neither of those contradict each other. And then all of my, clues are just, like, Monokuma file, the wire, the goodnight button, the tipped over...
And hurry up, dumbass!
None of these seem to be what it would be to, prove it wrong. What would I shoot right now? That's the thing. I don't like anything I have, and I don't like anything I could copy. Wait.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Nope. Yeah.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
I'm gonna try the other one then.
One of the bodies in one of the towers.
Okay. Where's the flaw in my thinking? I'm arguing there is no dummy. And the proof of that is the fact that there was the broken door handle. Just go ahead. We're not gonna get through these trials with any speed otherwise. So I was right. It's just the wrong choice, wasn't it? I lose rock, paper, scissors. I lose all these types of games. God damn it. Wrong something.
Was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Fucking hey, I don't.
Damn it!
So it's the weird feeling. But that weird feeling doesn't sound like the right answer. Or the strange feeling. Yeah, that's why I fail. Granted, I'm also playing on the hardest goddamn difficulty for a reason.
Mystery in a flash.
Oh, damn it.
And hurry up, dumbass!
Trial and error.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No, that's wrong.
Of course he will. With the stupid game logic.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right?
But that wasn't how the...
The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Yeah.
You are joking, right?
It really doesn't. And then your frustration at me is just like, it's not my fault 90% of the time. Sure, I'm an idiot 10%, but...
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Oh, poor Soda.
I'm even more disappointed.
Oof.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Because my logic and game logic are just like, yeet! We just miss each other at light speed.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
No, the floor moved to a different floor.
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Seriously? Why do you have to talk cryptically? You literally talked about the elevator 3 lines ago. A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building? I feel like I've seen that before. Let's play the spelling game, guys! Yes, I have no idea what this could be. I would not I'd like to remember how to play this. Right and left, got it. Fuck. Wrong buttons. Ah, fuck. Wrong button again. Oops. There we go.
I got it!
Who would have thought, even though we literally talked about fixing an elevator 5 lines ago?
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Yes, an
Where the hell is
elevator.
this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator.
And these are supposed to be the best and the brightest students of the land. Japan, man.
Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Because there was only one side.
You mention it. Sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
To give the illusion that it's 2 separate towers that meet in the middle.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
I swear, like, these guys take 4 steps forward and then they just yeet their way backwards. Like, what the fuck?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Because they were different
Not
floors.
just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
Gundam, don't be mean to Chiaki.
So, let's put aside what's changed.
And it's
and
Chiakite, not
focus our attention on
Chiakia.
what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Things that didn't change when we moved between the 2 towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing all these have in common is they were all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
The things not on the
Why
floor?
did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
No.
Damn it!
I'm a dumbass.
I see!
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Amsh. Only
Which
slight
means the whole
dumbass.
room wasn't an elevator. Only the floor was.
No, the entire tower just lifted itself up. It like stood up on its legs.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the 4th floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
To keep up the goddamn illusion that you all forgot existed.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
I gently caress you. Swoon.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By
But
the
you
way,
swooned.
What does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall is a chain wrapped around the doorknob. If you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall sign, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
I do like this graphic to explain what it all looks like. It's really easy to
The
comprehend.
killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Totes.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
Oh no. Is it a spoil realization?
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Poor Soda.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Okay. I see, now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Unless it went in a circle.
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Sonia, you're just parroting now. I agree. What does this mean? God damn it, Hajime, you're all fucking parroting. The two houses are connected vertically. The position of the tower should be the same in both houses. In fact, my back was facing the elevator in Grape House. The tower was on my right. But it was on my left in Strawberry House. How can I break through this contradiction? We need Kazuichi's testimony. Account. Right? It is Kazuichi, yeah? Yep. The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
God, that is an unattractive face. Gonna say you have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
That is correct.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
Okay. It's the first one.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Huh?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you.
That. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
This is a very clever design, though.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
I've never been inside a funhouse.
Elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Like the amusement park we were just at.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never
I'm
human
just
to
a
begin with.
bear.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
God damn, dude.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? Why, octo must definitely mean 5, because the pentagram is definitely 6-sided, and the Star of David is definitely 4-sided.
I see!
If I recall,
That was sarcasm.
An octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Congratulations, Hajime. You passed 3rd grade math.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
God, he's such an asshole. You can't disagree with that one, Tay. He is being an asshole. Okay, because he's upset, that doesn't give him the right to be an asshole. Where'd be the best place for an octagon? Fuck if I know.
Here.
I just clicked, to be completely honest.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
I do. I don't even know what the proper place to click was. I just clicked.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it.
That is a very unsatisfying answer. I am 100% disappointed.
The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Which house were the boys were saying at Strawberry? What I'm thinking isn't working.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
There's our loony boy. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? See, what I'm thinking is... So obviously, you've got... No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. And who's the killer who did that? No, what I was thinking doesn't make sense, so scratch that from the record, y'all.
Hiya!
Well, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi. I can already tell it won't be pleased by this. And let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious Stufatly. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stufatly. Huh. Tis, tis, tis. That's not all. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be Stufatly. There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monomi is a serious Stufatly.
Stufatly. Yes, please. Cha 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 cha.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw?
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Like what,
And
Monomi?
just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
I never expected this. Oh well.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
You remember my prediction for the killer, right, Tay? Like, I don't know if it's because I'm guessing that they are the killer, but everything is really pointing towards that person being the killer.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
True.
There's no way.
I'm just saying,
such
like,
an important moment.
I was saying in
I don't wanna
general,
die either.
my guess, I don't know if my guess is shaping my opinion on this, or if I'm just, things are validating my guess. I'm not sure. It's a very interesting psychological phenomena, where you're, I guess that's true.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
That means take back, Akane.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Of course not.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Don't go drooling waterfalls. Nagito, usually I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death? Okay, so I've got two options. I'm gonna go with what I was thinking originally.
I see!
Okay, so I was right. Darn.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Rude.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
That's exactly how I actually thought, but then the positioning, it just didn't feel right.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
That's kind of rude, Gundam.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident. I need to solve that mystery next. Alright. Okay, what's...
When
No.
the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekomaru inside the elevator, They moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Got
Which
it.
means the
Good night,
elevator
button.
wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Ooh, I got several good ideas for this. I need to make it clear that so they understand the Nekomaru file to his death. Looks like it's all up to me.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong! That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Unless that's what the wire was for.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Wow. What a bitch.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chucky seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Are we agreeing with her? Probably.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Do not
That
interfere.
arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Doorknob plus the wire. Hang 'em.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Look at the sleepy boy.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
the killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Crap.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
That is true.
Even if they...
Okay, hold on.
How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
What? Bitch.
Crap! What? Nekomaru should have still been asleep. If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside. Damn it! Even if they suspended Nekomaru from, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Okay.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself.
Fuck.
Damn it!
So...
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from, how would they make him fall?
Oh, I
There's no
see.
one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Ignore them.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Right. I know what I'm
Possible
doing.
that he fell on his own.
Sometimes.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to him. Now's the time if you want to take, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the moving the elevator with Nekomaru in is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time if you... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Okay.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
That's gotta be a horrible way to wake up and die, though.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru
He's a
awoke,
thick boy.
he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! But... not yet. Here comes the incredible strength of 1 million horsepower! Wait, is it creaking? If you break the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. Then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh no.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this. So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight in the floor. The only thing I think of that happened was he collided with a pillar. Cola came out of his eyes.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Jesus, Akane.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well,
Eventually.
the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Taichi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. It's just a little more and I'll be able to reach that truth. Should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
Aha! I got an
The
achievement.
body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Fuck! There we go. I right and left clicked at the same time.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
With that clock.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
Aw, Gundam.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction, I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're not misunderstanding something. Think. Logic dive, boys. Well, girls. I'm the only boy here. Boy. Let's go, me. Boy. Adoing. Yay. Yoink. Yoink. All of them, actually. The answer is all of the above. If you think about it. Hey, I got people who aren't chicas here for once. Welcome to the stream. I cannot look at your name because I didn't look when I had a chance. Danny Russ, which clock was tampered with? The buildings. Nice. By the way, if you're interested in having a cooler stream avatar, give me a follow, and you will be able to choose from several hundred. That is my incentive for follows. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. It works every time. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to this fuck show. Which house had the wrong time? Both. Woohoo. Whoa.
It's all coming together.
All coming together.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
2 hours. She's right, that's the main problem. I need to clarify about how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna reach the truth in one go. We probably want Akane's account.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
What's a radio clock?
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Because Akane heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m., which is the time of death.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yes.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
I consent. Exactly.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
Like, 10% of the time.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Fuyuhiko, why you look so
Excellent
pissed?
work, Akane.
The rumbling sound was heard at 5:30.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
He did first grade math. Yes, this is my first time playing Danganronpa 2.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
Yes, it's a very fun mystery.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
A specific thing? It's Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. Honestly, didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped. Absolutely, my opinion of Nagito has done nothing but tank.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
If only Tay were actually able to pay attention right now, she would be loving the fact that somebody loves him.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
There she is.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Putting your foot in your mouth?
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
I mean, it happens. You could also watch the VOD if you wanted. You didn't miss... Well, I guess you kinda did.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
Huh?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Everybody in Grape House.
I remember now. The sound was so loud I
Big
couldn't help
bada
bolting
boom.
from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's Pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Okay, let's see. There's two people who don't have an alibi, right? Nagito and
You're
Sonia.
the one.
Well, Nagito and everyone in Grape House.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
Nope.
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Hey Tay, where's your AUs of Danganronpa? I'm honestly surprised you haven't written any.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but...
I guess that's true.
It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
Of course. Their bedrooms have, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Soundproofing.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Secret. Oh, fuck. Can I have the first letter? Please? I can spell, I just don't know what word we're going for. They all had the same rooms. Is it... Okay, I know what word it is. I got it. Wait. Yeah, I do. Yes. I already got it, so... Oops. Whoa. Whoa. Ah, fuck. There we go.
I got it! Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Guest rooms are divided by quality grade. Deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent insulation. Standard room is so-so insulation, and it's still pretty decent. And current rooms has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now,
What a dick.
you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel I understand what Nagito means. Killer among us. Who murdered Nekomaru?
Crap!
Shit. Okay. I have no clue then. Okay, let's think. People who didn't hear it have a reason not to have heard it. I don't know what they're trying to imply. So they're saying people in the deluxe rooms had superior... Wait. Who... Oh, who has the deluxe room in the guy's room? Who has it? Oh no. Oh god.
You're the only one!
It was Gundam.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time.
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
I like Fuyuhiko now that he's not a dick.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a
He
stronger
does have
alibi.
very nice redemption.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus is louder than the supreme ruler of the Netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice. Alright, don't be stupid driving. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
I mean, your body still holds and retains water, and it will still absorb nutrients from your fat and muscle. So you'll still have something in your body that needs to be released.
Hold on a second.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
No, he can't handle Tai Chi.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. Such a thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Ah, fuck.
That elevator.
Yeah, I don't really like soda.
The only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Contradiction. So it's a contradiction, so it's nothing to deal with an accomplice.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken,
I got it.
your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator, the only means of travel between the two.
No, that's wrong!
Sometimes I don't make dumb mistakes. This was one of those.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method? You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Okay.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
What, do we got Bruce Banner here?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh my
Provided
Jesus.
you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion.
Oh my Jesus
Shall I
Christ.
feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh my God.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh, I hate this. I like Gundam and I'm kind of disappointed.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh, thank God.
I already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I don't know what he means by that. Pray...
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Oh my god. Okay.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
It's Monokuma, though.
The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainty.
Which means it's not over.
But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Exactly, Akane.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
I honestly hate the rhythm game in this one. It's so bad.
Your words You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily.
You've got hamsters that you proved can push buttons.
It was just a mere illusion.
Yeah, it's definitely Gundam.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Guess you really don't want to admit it. And just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Honestly, this one sucks so much. It's so bad.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you!
You have to do it so early,
Wither!
is the problem.
Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
You made it back just in time. Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of Evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Son D. Click. It pressed the button. Truly, this is Skyline Lamentate. Oh my god. Whatever. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your
No,
own
is it?
2 hands.
Are the hamsters gonna die too? Okay. Owie is annoying. I hate Owie, but I love Chiaki. Sip the lunch.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Owie is very annoying.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained
Even I know the answer right there is
Nagito. You can
Nagito.
enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
I think you misunderstand her love for Nagito.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire.
You and your food.
The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
That's an adorable picture of him right there.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Tay, that's exactly what I said for you while you were gone. I knew your answer. I still got a B.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then,
Hence why she likes
pull the
Nagito.
lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever. Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part.
I bet my tongue. Are they gonna kill his hamsters? It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka. Nice. Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now we decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. Can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
Huh. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost. And died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
Chihiro, that's the, dude who pretended he was a chick, the coder in number 1. What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower, and this is what happened. Well, here's my real question. I have no problem with that. It's just the game never fully said, did Chihiro actually identify as a female, or did they only say they were female because they were embarrassed about their stature as a male? That's the only thing they never really fully answered. I have no problem with Chihiro being a female. It's just the game calls them both male and female constantly. So that's my only question. Okay. That's all. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight. He chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death.
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would have never known why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing. I do like the complexity surrounding Chihiro's life and death. It's just, they should have done more with it. That's all.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this.
True.
This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
Alright. It was nice of you to drop by, Danny Russ.
Heroes, lords of darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid!
I stream Monday through Friday around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I stream Saturdays during the day. It changes by several hours each time. I stream Danganronpa once a week, though. Tomorrow I'll be doing Dragon Quest VI. So, in case you were expecting this, it will not be Dangan tomorrow.
In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might.
It's just one of those reasons you should always have alerts. Oh.
I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
Alright, see ya.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you
However,
this.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment. A mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. So he killed somebody so that everybody else could live. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Ugh.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
All my tears.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime.
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was a mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
History's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
This is just too much.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
Poor hamsters.
That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
He really does act like an insane boy.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Do the hamsters die or do they live? That's the real question. No. Oh. Oh, all of his past pets are taking him away. Gundam. No. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then, what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! I'm so pissed off I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You'll spend so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. The biggest piece of shit is me.
The worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
Such a downer. Clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you. Hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing skill trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec, that mood switch is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. It's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
And let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, well, let's sleep in as much as we want. And then, let's do our best again. So, for the record, since we talked about this, Tay, my phone call was 15 minutes long, and that's rounding up. The trial was 3 hours and 1 minute. Total recording time so far. So that's 2 hours and 45 minutes for one trial. Now do you see how I say they're so long? I told you! The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even though it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. It's fun though. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight.